First off, I want to start by telling each and every one of you good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And for my person who is struggling with something right now, struggling with adversity, struggling with doubting themselves and finding confidence in their ability, this one's for you. Now, I want you to do me a favor, right? I want you to do me a favor. I want you to think back on the situations where you didn't think you could make it this far. I want you to think back on that broken relationship. I want you to think back on the situations where you were like, man, I don't know if I'm going to make it through. I want you to think back on those situations where you didn't even know you were owning the business. I want you to think back on those situations when you didn't even know you were supposed to be here mentoring, guiding people, owning the business, coaching, teaching. I want you to think back prior to all of this. I want you to think back prior to all of this. Don't even worry about where you are right now. I want you to think back on where you were. Just do me a favor, flashback, look back in your past, and I want you to think back on where you were. And I want you to look back on where you are now. And I'm gonna tell you something. For my people who are struggling with that, right? Struggling with that second thought and really struggling with the concept of am I supposed to be doing this, or why am I facing adversity? Why am I going through the things I'm going through? Let me tell you something. You were equipped for this. And I say that, I'm not saying that to get you all fired up or get you all hyped. I'm telling you, you were groomed, you were prepped, and you were equipped for every little thing that's happening right now. You were prepared for. And I'm going to tell you something else. I'm going to tell you something else right now. If you think for once you went through everything that you went through just to have second doubts right now, you're wrong. If you think you went through everything that you went through to not prosper where you are right now, you are wrong. You were created, you were groomed, and you were prepped for every little situation, for every little blessing, for every little conversation, for every little business, every little thing that you're going to create. You were created from birth to do that. So you and your second thoughts, that negativity that's creeping in your mind, those friends who are telling you, I don't know if it's going to work, you need to get yourself together. Because I'm going to tell you something. You didn't go through none of that, what you went through. You didn't go through all of that for no reason. You didn't go through that heartbreak for no reason. You didn't go through all the things that you went through, the bullying, the people talking about you. You didn't go through losing your parent. You didn't go through losing that friendship. You didn't go through all that you went through just to stop here. And if you think that's supposed to happen, you are wrong. Because I'm going to tell you something. You were groomed, you were prepped, and you were prepared for this very moment right here. It is your time to walk in it. It is your time to manifest what you're dealing with right now. It is your time to look around and say, I never knew I could make it this far, but I didn't come here to just stay here. My greatest is yet to come. My best is yet to come. I'm not done yet. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting warmed up. I'm just now stretching. I'm just now hydrating. Where I'm about to go next, even I didn't even see that for myself. For my people who have second thoughts and doubted themselves and wondering if you're good enough, wondering if this is where you're supposed to be, let me tell you something. If it was not where you're supposed to be, you would not be here. You wouldn't have made it this far. If it wasn't what you're supposed to be doing, you would not be going through it. If it wasn't meant for you, you would not be facing that adversity. Let me tell you something about adversity. Adversity doesn't change you. You change for adversity. You change for adversity. See, many people think with adversity, right? Many people think with adversity that you're supposed to stop. You're supposed to no. You change for adversity. What I'm saying to you is you equip yourself in order to handle any situation that comes with it. Going back to what I said the first time, you were created for it, you were prepped, and you were groomed for it. So let me tell you something. When I say adversity doesn't change you, you change for adversity. What I'm saying is because you were created to do this, you can get around it. You can go through it. You can deal with it. You can manage it. That adversity has nothing on you. You tell adversity that I own you. You don't own me. You don't own me. So next time you plan to have second thoughts, remember, you were groomed for this. You were created for this. Your best is yet to come. You haven't even tapped into who you were destined to be. You haven't even tapped into even a small portion of the things that you were supposed to do. So let me tell you something. Before you doubt yourself again, I want you to understand this. You didn't go through all the things that you went through for no reason. I love you all. That's my message for you all today. Before you make another thought, another negative thought, remember, you will prepare for this. I love you all. Be blessed.